intergalactic travelers, can you hear that? And love is my weapon of choice, so don't conceal that. So can you feel this? Smooth vibes flowing through your tempo, loving you gentle, southern fried like we from Tempo in the continent. What's up? Yo, my name is Drew, and I'm here with ImagineWithIlluminArt. And today we talking about hip-hop haikus. Okay, so I didn't know that y'all were here, so I gave y'all some free bars. You're welcome. All right, so today, when we think about the term hip-hop, who are some artists and rappers that come to our mind? Well, for me, I think about Biggie, Tupac, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Outkast, but I even think about new artists like Chance the Rapper, Tyler the Creator, Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi, even Roddy Ricch. But here's a question for you. What are some things that these artists all have in common? Well, the thing they have in common is their use of language, and most importantly, their use of poetry. Okay, so when we think about the word poetry, what comes to our mind? You know, we can think about roses are red, violets are blue, or for my older students, we think about Shakespeare's love sonnets, or we think about Sylvia Plath, Robert Frost, Walt Whitman, Edgar Allan Poe, and that's cool, but we ain't focused on them right now. We're focusing on what do those writers and these hip-hop artists have in common. And the common thing is their use of poetry. Now, poetry is a very interesting word. Poetry is basically a form of expression. But as it is defined by Merriam-Webster, it is defined as poetry is, hold on one second, is a language chosen and arranged to create a specific emotional response through meaning, sound, and rhythm. So it's a form of expression, but poetry can have many different forms. Some poems can be long, some poems can be short, some poems can rhyme, and some poems don't. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I'm just giving y'all free bars. You're welcome. So, since we have an understanding and got all the information and boring stuff out the way, let's have some fun. So today, we're talking about hip-hop haikus. So, what is a haiku? Well, a hip-hop haiku. A haiku is a Japanese poem, right? So it consists of 17 syllables, and it's broken down into 3 lines. Now, when we think of the word syllable, does anybody know what that means? Well, you came to the right place. A syllable is a component that makes up a word, right? So it's basically how a word is broken down by sound. So if we think about the word better, right? Better, you hear 2 parts of better. Better. Or another way you can think about it is if you put your hand underneath your chin like this, you know where your jaw's at, and then you say better, you hear my southern accent. When you hear the word better, you see that your hand goes down, right? In between the word better, which means that there's 2 syllables in the word better. Got it? I think that makes sense. Okay, so now let's get to the fun part. The fun part is where we're gonna throw some bars in here, and then we're gonna make a haiku out of some bars. So let me give you something. This is a practice. There's this dude. Call him Drew, homie that you knew. 3 lines, they rhyme. Okay, still giving y'all bars. So let's break that down into syllables. So the first line, there's this dude. There's this dude. 3 syllables, okay. Call him Drew. Second line, call him Drew. 3 syllables. The last line, homie that you knew. 5 syllables. So the first line was 3, the second line was 3, and the last line is 5, which gives us a total of 11 syllables. Now that technically is not a haiku, but it was just cool bars. But now let's try again and see if we can actually make a haiku out of this bad boy. So let's try this. The first line, wordsmith with a suit. Wordsmith with a suit. Okay, that's 5, and that's the first line. Teacher with a attitude. Teacher with a attitude. That's the second line, and that's 7 syllables. Now we got 5 for the first one. We got 7 for the second one. Let's see what we got with the third one. Who helps write haikus. That's 5. So, wordsmith with the suit, teacher with attitude, who helps write haikus. It's your boy Drew. Okay, hip hop haiku. So, the first line we had 5 syllables. The second line we had 7 syllables. And the last line we had 5 syllables, which gave us a total of 17 syllables. And that is a haiku. Boo! Let's play that music one more time, though. We'll come back to it. So, that was a haiku. Great job, yo. Y'all did the thing. Okay, so now that we got a haiku, now is your turn. So what I want you to do is I'm going to challenge you to make your own haiku. So this is what we're going to do. Our first line, which has 5 syllables, I want you to write something with your name in it, right? So we're thinking about a haiku. We have 3 lines. Let's think about our first line as an introduction line. In our introduction, we get to find who the person is. So the first line for you has something to do with your name. You have 5 syllables. Come up with something about your name, right? The second line, we usually get to the meat when we're in the beginning. Now we're in the middle. The middle of a story usually has meat to it. So this one, I want you to either tell me what you're doing using a verb or tell me how you're feeling using an emotion, right? So tell me what you're doing with a verb or how you're feeling with an emotion. All right, so we got our first line is something with your name. The second line is either using a verb of tell me how you feel, what you're doing, or an emotion of how you're feeling. And the third line is our ending. So in our story, usually stories, the ending is an important thing. So for our haiku, it's the same thing. I want to know how you're going to end your haiku with 5 syllables and end it. Okay, so the first line, something with your name, 5 syllables. The second line, either an emotion or a verb, what you're doing, how you feeling. And the last line, with 5 syllables, you're gonna end your haiku. All right, this is a challenge. It's on you, and I'm excited to hear it. And when you're done, when you write your haiku, this is what I want you to do. I want you to drop that haiku in our comment section. I want to hear what y'all came up with, because I know you came up with them bars, though. So give me your haiku. And I got to give a special shout out since I'm here. I got to give a shout out to IS2, IS49, and Wagner High School, especially Miss Abuela's class, because I'm excited to hear what y'all coming up with. All right, so that's my time here with y'all. Again, this is Imagine with Illuminart, and it's your boy, Drew Drake. Let's get into these hip-hop haikus. I'm excited to hear what y'all come up with. Stay tuned. And now, if you like this video, if you had a good time, then what I want you to do is hit the like button. You know, see right here, right in the bottom? Boop, boop, boop. Hit that like button. Comment and subscribe to Imagine with Illuminart. Yo, it's your boy, Drew Drake. Yo, take care.